Dan Eisner here from ZLC Employee Benefits Solutions, and welcome to the Better Benefits podcast series. In this episode, I want to talk about disruption in the employee benefits industry. We've seen a fair amount of it promised, but not really delivered over the years. But now we are looking at the latest wave, driven by the advent of AI. I'm looking to share some of my thoughts and views on the impact for employee benefits. So let's get started. Over the last 5 to 10 years in the employee benefits industry, there was a flurry of activity around self-proclaimed disruptors. In the early days of these disruptors were setting up shop with promises to revolutionize the way sponsors provided benefits to employees and promises to change how benefits advisors worked with plan sponsors. In spite of the initial passion and the vision expressed by many of those disruptors, there are only a couple of new ideas and solutions introduced to the market, but in my opinion, nothing really revolutionary. Now comes artificial intelligence, AI, with arguably the most significant disruption that the broader society has ever encountered, and one that reaches well beyond the employee benefits industry. It's hard for each of us to get through the day without hearing or seeing something about how AI will change the world. Rather than focusing on far-fetched ideas like flying cars and travel to Mars, might AI actually be able to help employee benefits plan sponsors, the insurers, the advisors in the industry? The answer is definitely yes. Like with all tech-supported service-based industries, there's some potential issues and concerns for the employee benefits industry. So here are my thoughts, both good and bad, for your consideration. First thought is what I call garbage in and garbage out. The most widely used form of AI to the average person would likely be conversational AI tools like ChatGPT or Claude. When you're looking for information, you can use these AI assistants to generate information on an endless number of topics, including employee benefits. Traditional search engines find and surface information that already exists on the internet, but conversational AI tools do something fundamentally different in that they generate responses by drawing on information and patterns learned during training. Unfortunately, just like with traditional search engines, there is no real way to guarantee that the information being accessed is completely reliable, which is concerning when it comes to a specialized and often technical area like the employee benefits industry. As well, there is no one person or entity designated as being responsible for validating the results. So I have to ask, why would you want to rely on artificial intelligence for information on your employee benefits program when you can access real intelligence through the services of your experienced team of employee benefits advisors? Next thought is what I call call center frustrations. Okay, those of us old enough can remember the advent of automated call centers. Instead of speaking to a human being, you were initially prompted to listen to options and push buttons to get to somebody who could help you or solve your problem, hopefully. It sounded simple enough and sounded promising at that time and pretty exciting when it came out, but the reality is that almost everybody then and now is looking to hit the pound button, the star button, or the zero just to speak with a human being. So now the concept of conversing with AI tools might initially promise the same types of benefits, but it may also generate the same levels of frustration when our questions are not properly understood or interpreted by those AI tools. Another area would be automated underwriting. Undoubtedly, the insurance industry is looking for cost savings and corporate profitability, and the concept of AI tools being built for generating underwriting quotes rather than being generated by teams of human professionals, now that seems appealing. Simply, if these are purpose-built ideas around the necessary knowledge, could AI tools generate the quotes faster and easier than our historical models? It's possible, given the mathematical and technical side of insurance models that are currently used. That said, we find that even the current human-based underwriting models have major difficulties with things like unique client situations, less common industries, or special insurance situations. So how would an AI-driven model handle those situations and generate reliable responses? Another area would be around enhanced fraud detection. It's hard to be fully accurate, but many estimates are that fraud costs the employee benefits industry around 5% of premiums. So that's a big number. Fraud can be initiated by employees, practitioners, or service providers, but regardless of who or how, It is costly and it's not going to go anywhere. Finding solutions driven by AI that could be informed by all of the insurers in Canada to identify potential fraudsters seems plausible, should be possible too. We understand that the industry has made some inroads here, but there's lots more work to be done. And let's not forget that the fraudsters too are also using AI to enhance their operations. And the last area is what I'm going to call true versus generated innovation. True innovation will always need the human element. So realistically, people can never be fully replaced. Any new solution that leverages AI could potentially be initiated using AI, but a human likely needs to be involved for it to succeed. Right now, humans carry the ultimate role of having things like professional skepticism, which is based on our experience, intuition, and gut feeling. And there's should always be a role for human intelligence versus just relying on artificial intelligence. So, as the employee benefits industry moves forward, AI is likely going to be front and center in many discussions, and AI will lead this latest wave of disruption. Given the corporate nature of the insurance industry, cost savings will likely be the lead motivator, but hopefully there will also be a focus on enhanced services for plan members. The scope of changes driven by AI is really hard to predict as we all deal with the question as to whether AI is actually essential or experimental. The reality is that AI is not going away anytime soon, and it will transform our industry and might replace some things, but it could also augment those things. People will always be required, but likely in a different way, so we need to be strategic and cautiously optimistic. I mean, perhaps there's an underlying reason why many parts of the employee benefits industry have remained intact and unchanged over the last 20 or 30 years. Employers continue to provide employee benefits to their people, and those employees continue to value them. And at ZLC Employee Benefit Solutions, we believe there is a better way for those employee benefits, but we also believe that the solution is not in throwing the baby out with the bathwater when it comes to AI. True disruption is really about changing the way we all think about the key issues our clients face and the way we find solutions for the long term. Okay, you've heard my thoughts and opinions, so please let me know what you think. And as always, I'm really interested to know if there are other topics you'd like to see me cover in future podcasts. So let me know what's bothering you or keeping you awake at night with respect to your employee benefits plan. Thanks for joining me today. Be sure to follow me on my LinkedIn business page, and that's Dan Eisner, Employee Benefits Advisor, and you'll get a notification on the next Better Benefits podcast. And all that information will come up on the screen in a second. Thanks so much.